Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into the world of strategic philanthropy and impact investing.
A really fast-moving area.
Exactly. And we're using Kalyani Raj's article, Aligning Profit with Purpose, as our guide. It pulls together academic work, industry reports, news, quite a mix.
It really goes. It synthesizes a lot.
And our mission for you listening is basically to get a solid handle on this quickly, the big challenges, how to analyze them, and, the opportunities that are popping up.
Yeah, Raj's piece is great because it connects so many dots, gives a really clear picture of sort of the state of play right now.
hmm
And what I find valuable is it's not just what the issues are, but also offers a kind of framework for thinking about them.
Okay, so let's dive into those core issues Raj brings up. First one, and it seems huge, is this increasing demand for measurable social impact.
Oh, definitely.
It feels like just wanting to do good isn't, well, it's not cutting it anymore. There's real pressure for proof, for hard data on the changes being made.
That's a fundamental shift, isn't it?
Yeah.
A demand for transparency, for accountability. Whether it's philanthropy or impact investing, people want to see the evidence.
Right.
They want proof their money is actually leading to real improvements. And it's not just like counting widgets anymore.
I mean, outputs.
Exactly. Outputs versus outcomes.
Yeah.
Smarter players are looking at outcomes, the real changes in lives, or for the environment. There's even work on attributing impact, though, that's still pretty complex and debated. No easy answers there.
Which sort of flows into the second big point, the lines blurring between traditional charity and, well, investment.
Yeah, the rise of impact investing.
Right. Trying to get both financial returns and positive social outcomes. That seems like, well, where the tension lies, doesn't it? Navigating that space.
It's a huge opportunity, but yeah, it's a definite balancing act. How do you chase financial sustainability without, losing sight of the mission?
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
Yeah.
It demands some really innovative thinking, different business models that genuinely bake both sides in. It's not just like a side project anymore. It's core.
And the third main issue Raj identifies feels incredibly relevant today, the need for ethical and inclusive practices.
Absolutely critical.
It's not just what you achieve, but how you achieve it. Accountability, transparency,
Yeah.
how you operate, making sure the benefits actually reach the right communities.
Totally. There's much more focus now on who's involved, who benefits. Are these efforts accidentally making inequality worse? Are the people most affected even being heard? Right. Bringing marginalized communities into the actual design and rollout of programs that's increasingly seen as, well, just essential for real lasting impact.
And on that note, Raj throws in a fast fact that kind of shows the scale here.
Yeah.
Impact investing assets are expected to top, what, $1 trillion globally by 2025?
$1 trillion. Yeah.
Yeah.
That number really tells a story.
It shows how mainstream this is getting, right?
It really does. It signals a major shift in how people and institutions see their capital. It's not just for profit anymore. It's a tool for change.
So, okay, these are complex issues. How do organizations even start to figure out what success looks like? Raj suggests a structured approach, starting with identifying the pertinent issues. Sounds simple, but it's more involved than just reading headlines, I guess.
Oh, much more. It means really staying plugged in, reading the academic stuff, the deep industry reports, like this one, but also keeping up with news and trends. But crucially, like Raja says, it also means talking to the people involved, the constituents.
So donors, investors, nonprofits.
And the beneficiaries themselves,
Yeah.
using interviews, surveys.
Yeah.
You just can't grasp the real challenges and chances without hearing directly from them.
That makes sense, getting beyond the surface. Then the next step is a literature review. That sounds a bit academic, but it has a practical point here.
Oh, absolutely. It's foundational. It tells you what's already known, what frameworks people are using, how others tackled similar problems. It helps you find the gaps.
So you're not reinventing the wheel.
Exactly. You're mapping the terrain before you start exploring yourself.
Okay, then comes data and trend analysis. Looking at the numbers, the quantitative stuff, but also the qualitative, the stories, the experiences.
Both are vital. The numbers show scale, scope, maybe measurable results. But the stories, the qualitative side, give you the context, the nuance, the why.
The human element.
Precisely. A good analysis weaves both together for a full picture.
And the final steps. Formulating recommendations that can actually be implemented, tailored to who needs them, and then communicating it all effectively.
Yeah, because the best analysis is useless if it just sits on a shelf. Recommendations need to be practical, evidence-based, targeted,
Then easy to understand.
and communicated clearly, persuasively, so people actually get it and feel motivated to act. It's about turning insight into action, real-world change.
So thinking about these challenges, how can companies actually capitalize on them? It's not just risk management, is it? There's an upside.
Definitely an upside. Raj points out that by aligning corporate social responsibility, CSR, with these trends, companies can seriously boost their reputation, build trust.
But it needs to be real, right? Not just PR.
Exactly. It means showing quantifiable social impact, using solid measurement, solid reporting,
Mm,
backing up the claims.
okay. And then this merging of philanthropy and investment. How can companies use impact investing strategically as part of the main business?
Yeah. By weaving impact investing into their core strategy, they can pursue that dual bottom-line financial returns and positive social or environmental results.
Which appeals to.
A growing group of investors and customers, too, who want businesses that are profitable and purposeful.
And what about focusing on ethical and inclusive practices? How does that give a company an edge? It seems like maybe extra work, but Raj suggests it pays off.
It's becoming a key differentiator. Companies that are genuinely transparent, accountable, and engaged with diverse communities build much stronger stakeholder relationships.
So better brand loyalty, fewer risks.
Yeah, and a stronger, what they call, social license to operate. Basically earning the ongoing acceptance from everyone in the community, customers, employees, to do business responsibly.
Let's dig a bit deeper into the key components for making this stuff effective and sustainable. Raj really hammers home impact measurement. It's more than just a buzzword then.
Oh, it's foundational, absolutely fundamental. Without good metrics, clear frameworks like the GEAN's Iris Plus or social return on investment, SROI, that Raj mentions, you just can't know if you're actually making a difference.
Can you give a quick idea of what those are? Iris Plus and SROI.
Sure. So Iris Plus is basically a big catalog of standardized metrics. Impact investors can pick from it to measure and report their social and environmental performance consistently.
Okay.
And SROI is more of a framework. It tries to put a value, often a monetary value, on the broader social and environmental outcomes of an investment beyond just the financial return.
Got it. Tools for accountability.
And for learning, improving,
Yeah.
essential stuff.
And then we're back to ethical considerations. This seems to weave through everything.
It really does. It's not just about the what, but the how. Where does the money come from? How are investment decisions made?
There's more scrutiny now.
And it's only going to increase. So being transparent, accountable, equitable, it's non-negotiable for trust and legitimacy. You have to be proactive.
Stakeholder engagement is another key piece Raj flags, really involving all the different groups. Why is that so critical?
Because involving everyone, donors, beneficiaries, investors, local communities, in decisions makes the initiatives more relevant, more effective. They align better with actual needs.
And people feel more ownership.
Exactly. It leads to more sustainable results because you're building with people, not just for them. Like maybe a foundation gets community members to help design a program addressing their biggest needs.
Makes sense. And lastly, financial sustainability. Especially for impact investing, balancing profit and purpose seems key for the long haul.
It is. The models that have the most lasting impact are often the ones that can support themselves financially over time, not just rely on endless donations.
So finding ways for the financial returns and the mission goals to actually boost each other.
That's the sweet spot, creating value that lasts.
Now, Raj really pushes for combining contemporary issue analysis with primary research. We've talked about both, but what's the specific benefit of blending them?
Well, putting them together gives you a much richer, sort of deeper understanding. The contemporary analysis spots the big trends, the sector-wide challenges.
Big picture.
Right. And then the primary research, that data you gather yourself, talking to stakeholders, gives you the crucial specific insights for your situation, your goals, the communities you're working with.
So the primary stuff grounds the big trends in actual experience.
Perfectly put. It makes your analysis way more credible, more relevant, because it captures what people are thinking and needing right now.
And helps design better strategies.
Much better. Strategies based on real stakeholder experiences are just more likely to work. Plus, like Raj notes, doing that primary research might even help you spot the next big thing, issues that aren't widely recognized yet, staying ahead of the curve.
Getting that ground level view seems vital. So how does all this connect with secondary market research? You know, looking at existing reports, industry data, benchmarks.
Secondary research gives you that essential wider context, the big data perspective on market trends with standard practice.
Okay.
So when you correlate your contemporary issue analysis with that secondary data, It helps you see where your specific challenges fit in the bigger picture.
Like, is this problem unique to us, or is everyone facing it?
Exactly. Or, say, secondary research shows massive consumer demand for ethical sourcing that really backs up the importance of focusing on ethics in your own supply chain investments or philanthropy. It validates, or maybe challenges, your assumption.
And helps you compare yourself to others.
Yeah, see how your strategies stack up against industry norms, maybe find best practices you can adopt. Combining both primary and secondary research just gives you that really solid, well-rounded view you need to build smart, innovative strategies in this space.
This has been really clarifying, a proper deep dive into strategic philanthropy and impact investing using Kalyani Raj's article as a map. We've hit the big contemporary issues, the need for structured analysis, and how aligning with these trends ethically and impactfully is actually a strategic advantage.
Yeah, and it's clear, isn't it? The drive for measurable impact, the merging of profit and purpose, the absolute necessity of ethics, these aren't just passing fads, they're defining the future of this field.
Definitely. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something for you, the listener, to chew on. With profit and purpose converging so fast, what truly new, maybe even radical models might pop up in the next few years? How might they totally change how we use investment and philanthropy to tackle huge social and environmental problems? Maybe think about how these ideas connect to your own work or interests. Thanks for joining us.